Okay, that's definitely something I wanted to discuss here
Yeah.
um, on this podcast. And so back in 2008, 2009, when Bitcoin was like, I think it was in the cents, 10 cents, 15 cents, whatever. It's very, very low. So I didn't have any idea what it was. I was just starting my career and like I didn't have a lot of money to put into it. And I was scared because I had no idea what it was. So why? So is there going to be another Bitcoin? And do you see it on the horizon, or is Bitcoin something that is a thing of the past? There's no more of this, 10,000, 20,000 X. It's going to be, we're looking, like Faisal said, for 10, 20X.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about this. Okay. So Bitcoin basically started in 2009. That's when Satoshi Nakamoto, with multiple people, was working on Bitcoin. And one of the people he sent the first ever Bitcoin to was Hal Finney. You can also see, if you go to Twitter and go to Hal Finney's account, you will see that there's a pinned tweet of him saying running Bitcoin on the day Bitcoin was launched. Yeah. So basically Bitcoin started trading in 2011, but it launched in 2009 after the financial crisis. Now, Bitcoin has a beautiful story behind it, you know, and just as much as I hate XRP, I hate banks more. The reason why I hate banks more is because we all know what happened in 2009 financial crisis. And if people don't know, they can go watch movies like The Big Short
Yep.
and, Wall Street and stuff. They can watch movies like this based on 2009 financial crisis. So when you watch them, you know what banks do. Banks have a very big problem, moral hazard. Now, moral hazard basically means that the banks can use your money without you even knowing that. They can take your money and lend it to someone else. Yeah. And the reason why 2009 financial crisis happened because a lot of people couldn't pay their mortgages, and real estate went down. So when we know stuff like this, when we know the banks mess with your money, Satoshi was fed up of it. And he was fed up of how the Federal Reserve keeps on printing money out of thin air. He was just fed up of it. So he made Bitcoin with only 21 million coins. Now, let me tell you why there will never be another Bitcoin. Of course, 10,000x, 20,000x, those kind of gains you see on meme coins every day, on pump.fun. You can go there on Phantom Wallets. You can see that. But Bitcoin is a different thing. It's not just 10,000x, 20,000x. It's an asset that went to $2 trillion market cap. So that's quite important for us to understand. Now, Bitcoin, basically when it started, of course, people love the idea. Now, this is a unique idea that there are only 21 million coins completely decentralized, which means that the politicians, the bankers, they can't control this. Yeah, only 21 million coins, and they're decentralized. And there's another thing about Bitcoin, which is, three important factors why Bitcoin is security, scarcity, and uniqueness. That's what I would say. So when it comes to security, we need to understand that there are over 1 million Bitcoin miners in the world, and completely decentralized, unique to each other. And this is registered number. We don't know unregistered miners. Yeah. So in order to control Bitcoin, now I know it's ironic when people hear that Bitcoin is a safe haven, that magic internet money, like they don't understand what it is, yeah? So in order to control or hack Bitcoin, you need to have control over 51% of miners, that more than 500,000 computers all around the world, decentralized, yeah? It's not at one place, it's decentralized. So over 500,000 computers. Imagine a hacker trying to make such big of a hack and intelligence agencies not knowing about it. That's impossible. Yeah, you can't make that big of a hack. And if you try to hack in such a big number, the miners will already know. It's the age of social media. One tweet and it's done. All the
Yep.
miners know so they can update the security. Now, let me help people understand how Bitcoin is. Now, imagine a flood. The flood is the hack. Yeah. And one miner is a dam. There are 1 million miners. So the flood has to pass through 500,000 dams. Would it survive? Would it go through them? No. So that's what basically it means. That's the security. You can't deal with that. And one thing about encryption that people don't know, that you can't just hack an encrypted file, you know? We see that in movies, games, people doing it. It's fiction. Yeah. It takes like 100 years. Unless someone gets the private keys of Satoshi, that at that time, yeah, we can be concerned. Yeah. Or let's just say Satoshi reveals himself, you know? So, that then we might be concerned. But yeah, the reason why Bitcoin is secure, I've told you these examples. And another reason is that Satoshi has 1.1 million Bitcoins. That's around, I think more than 100 billion, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's a lot of money. But Satoshi never sold even one Bitcoin ever in his life. So Bitcoin is considered a pure asset, that the person who created this asset, he has never tried to take any kind of profits from it. So it's considered pure, and there's a good reason why. If you look at any other coin in the world, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, SHIB, whatever coin, just look at whatever coin. Every single coin has their founders taking profits. And it's justifiable. They should take profits. It's their business, yeah? So, but Bitcoin, no. So this is really unique situation. We've never seen anything like this. And when I say that Bitcoin is one of the greatest human inventions ever, I mean it. I genuinely mean it. You can't create something like this. Again, it's so difficult to outperform that. It's just like if you look at I think NFL in USA. Yeah, I don't really watch it because I'm from Pakistan, but I know about Tom Brady. I think he's considered the GOAT of NFL. So basically, bringing another Tom Brady is going to be really difficult, So
Mm.
that's what I'm trying to say. There will never be another Tom Brady. So people say Ethereum is the next Bitcoin. I don't think so. Ethereum is not as unique as Bitcoin. You have to be crazy enough to think that Ethereum or any other coin is going to replace Bitcoin or is better than Bitcoin. Maybe in future we might have something like this, but it has to be one in a century innovation or invention. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be another Bitcoin. So yeah. And number two is scarcity, 21 million coins. You can't increase the supply of the coins. If you look at Ethereum, it has infinite supply. The supply can increase anytime. But at the same time, there's this option of increasing the supply, yeah. But at the same time, there's a total supply. So it also works on proof of stake consensus, which we can talk about later. But that's what I'm talking about. Bitcoin, mining is becoming difficult. Controlling the stuff is becoming difficult. You're getting less and less rewards. Like halving is such a unique idea. Like every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoins decrease in the blocks. So that just makes it so much unique. And that's why Bitcoin is considered as digital gold. I don't know if you've seen it, but US Treasury released a report saying that Bitcoin is a digital gold, and they were quite bullish on Ethereum too because of tokenization. So yeah, that's the reason why I think there's never going to be another Bitcoin. It's considered pure, but I don't think it's going to be the world currency, which a lot of people think it will become, because our currency needs to be stable. Bitcoin is not stable. However, it's a safe haven. It is definitely one of the best assets in the world. That's what I would say. But as a currency, I don't think so. Bitcoin is not ready. Even the transactions are really slow. So yeah, it's not a currency.